What do you want in your life? What is your vision of who you are? When you were born, you were perfect. Great joy emerged from your infancy, and those around you had hopes and expectations for your life. Eventually, you began to develop your own vision of what you would become. Vision. That's what this program is about. Your vision. A pathway to peace.
In this module, you will connect to your divinity.
A series of videos, books, and exercises to help you redefine your vision. A vision that is full of hope, promise, and success. I will tell you the story of my vision and an experience that not only shaped my vision, but eventually propelled me to create a pathway to peace. I was born the year that World War II ended. These banner headlines proclaimed the end of conflict. I have a vivid image while in my crib of positive excitement surrounding me as family and friends were shouting and screaming, thrilled with the news.
The Japanese have accepted our terms fully. That is the word we have just received.
After 3 daughters, my mother had prayed she'd have a boy, and that if she did, it would be a gift from God. Then I came along. Her vision of me is that I would be a servant of God. I tried to be a good boy, but my greatest passions were in art and photography. Do you like this self-portrait I made in 2nd grade? Pretty good likeness, wouldn't you say? My dad's camera, and then my first camera is a Kodak Brownie, and then a twin lens reflex. Look at this old picture. So my vision became an obsession in filmmaking. But deep inside of me, I always had a belief that I would bless humanity through my talents. But then, it's war again. This time in Southeast Asia, Vietnam. But I was oblivious to what was happening on the other side of the Pacific. In America, I was a missionary, then a college student, then a husband and father. Then a draftee. I was drafted into the military. Suddenly I belonged to Uncle Sam. My vision was stymied to become a soldier in the U.S. Army. My mother was terrified, certain I would be killed in Vietnam. To assuage her grief, she unknowingly practiced one of the important principles in a pathway to peace.
Do you feel cheated in life? Have you ever been envious or jealous of others?
Mother undoubtedly felt cheated and envious of friends and family whose sons were not drafted during wartime.
Has something in your life happened that made you angry? I see nodding. Of course. We've all had experiences that make us angry, hurt, frustrated. That's part of life. But the challenge is, how do we react to it? We cannot control what other people do to us, but we can control what we do in reaction to what others do.
These participants are experiencing blindness, one of the many powerful activities in a pathway to peace. It builds trust, faith, and calmness, helping to overcome fear.
Here's my arm right here. And step up and just right there. Very good.
On her own, Mother fostered trust, faith, and with prayer, found calm and overcame her fear. I didn't have to go to war, even though I was trained to kill. But it created another vexing problem for me. I became a holdover at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, because ironically the war was winding down and existing soldiers became a surplus. But I couldn't go home. The Army owned me, even though I was not needed. I was alone, anguished, worried about my wife and children. My private's pay was hardly enough to support my young family. I could not be there to love and nurture them. Then one night, while deep in slumber, I had a dream. But it was more than a dream. It was truly a gift of sublime intensity. For I saw clearly an angel, bright as day, standing there with his sword in front of the dwelling where my family lived. What happened next were a series of events that no one could have predicted, or people at that time would have ever believed.